We got our official first look at Age of Overlord. You guys smash the crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more awesome content. Age of Overlord dropping October 18th and 19th. Sneak peek weekend is 2 weeks away. We knew that we would be getting this info today, and good job for just dropping this out of nowhere. They talked about Horus. Dia Bellstar got to keep her name in the initial video, but there wasn't anything in terms of rarities and things to kind of talk about there. Now, we get straight dropped in to, that's right, Testina art, and the first art piece is amazing. Now, from what we got told for the new 7 Testina cards, that they are going to be used for dealing with opponents' face-down monsters. The first wave of support was, setting everything. Now they're going to give you cards in order to kind of deal with those set resources that you've been, setting down. And I do kind of like that, actually. It was one thing that we felt that we needed here. And this blast or whatever that we've got, it's probably going to be a spell card, but this absolutely looks gorgeous. And then you do see over here, this honestly looks like a fusion spell card, but I don't think it's going to be the case. I believe that, the higher rarity stuff that we've already been given is where they're going to keep us at here, or, maybe add a little bit more onto it. But once again, you're finding all of these different ways to deal with these opponents' face down cards, and it's kind of unique. And then, of course, they rapidly shifted through these so quickly. It looks like we are going to get a new basic form or two for the Testina cards. One thing that we did kind of need was some more usable little ones. The first little batch that we got kind of left a little bit to be desired. I know that, like, your first wave supporting, and then, the second wave has to add in something else to this. With these 7 cards, I think there is a chance that they could actually do something a little bit more relevant. But, with those, you have to give the options to clean up the cards and, make it so that things can be done also with the back row. And personally, the art down here at the left is my favorite of everything that was revealed today, because the demigod is just kind of going crazy. All right, there was one more art piece that I couldn't actually get the screenshot of, because this, once again, this stuff is moving so quick out here in terms of the picture quality, but this is what we're working with here. Not too bad. I am a huge fan of the demigod pose here. So that's everything that we got in the Testina department. Now, they started dropping the reveals on us. And Arias, Archery Dragon, we already saw, based off of the magazine screenshots, that it is going to be an ultra rare. And of course, they had to drop this on us and be like, well, hey guys, here's the quarter century version. You can see the stamp on it. A lot of the reveals that we got today are quarter centuries, which is definitely interesting. Everything else in this picture, though, the Gate Magician, the Lightworm, the Pendulum Evolution, the Wings of Light, the Soul of the Celestial King, and the Miracle of the Supreme King, are all not ultra. All right, you got to remember the way that the supers and the commons look. Everything else is going to be low rarity. This is good news for you, though, if you were wanting to pick up the deck. I mean, you only needed 1 Arc Ray anyway, so if you're planning on wanting to pick this particular core up, it should be very, very cheap. Good stuff for you on that one, Konami. I love the anime stuff kind of coming in low value. Now, this is a ride here. We automatically get the rarities here for Vices Samsara in a quarter century. I'm so glad that they decided to keep his name as Vices Samsara. I was imagining that they were going to do something a little bit more brutal to this. And then, of course, over here, you do have the quarter century logo underneath the Manadium Triscuta, and they're probably going to be ultra rares. You got to remember, what is it? All 24 ultras and secret rares do come in the higher rarity budget, or I can't call them budget slots, in the higher rarity slots, which is just so annoying at the end of this. But I assume that these are both probably going to be ultra. Vices Samsara being a secret rare would be a little bit out of left field, because they do want to tend to keep these in the same rarity slots that we've had, the other little guys in terms of the stats. So that would be actually kind of nice. I also see that we have Xyz Armor Torpedo, the Xyz Armor Fortress, and full armored Dark Knight Lancer here, coming in at not secret rare, not ultra rare, not secret rare, not ultra rare, and then full armored over here, getting a quarter century, which means, oh boy, it's going to be taking up an ultra slot, which honestly, it's going to stink if you're going to pull that, but I guess it is what it is at this point in time. There's not really much that you can do about that. And then, of course, the support cards, the Xyz Entrust and the full armored Xyz, both coming in to low rarity slots. You know, we're still needing one of the support cards for this. I don't know why they didn't port it over in this set. Maybe they will, and make an excellent chance to go pull the card out of Animation Chronicle and dump it down here. That way we actually could have that in the same set. Konami, if you're listening, that would have been one of the best ideas that you could do, and you could have showed it here as an import, and people would have been like, oh, okay. We also got Watuna, Wat Yuki, and the Wat Kingdom. And, you know, I know a lot of people are excited to get the chance to play the Degenerate Wat stuff. Let's call it what it is at this point in time. These are probably going to be commons all across the board. If you're a Wat player, you're not going to have to spend a lot of money. All right. This is genuinely a very good thing for the budget players wanting the chance to pick this up. Arias, the Labyrinth Butler. Of course they would announce this as a quarter century secret rare. You know, you thought you were going to see this as an ultra rare. No, Arias is probably going to be a secret rare. This is one of the craziest cards in the entire set. During the main phase quick effect, send this card from your hand or field to the graveyard, special summon a Labyrinth monster, or set one normal trap from the hand. And if the set a normal trap, it can be activated this turn. Your opponent activates a card or effect in response to your card or effect activation of a normal trap card or a labyrinth card, except for Arias. You can activate this effect in the graveyard. Special summon this card. Yeah, that's a 1500, 2500 level 6. You thought that Labyrinth plays were disgusting now? This card has the entire turn 0 panic on lock. All right, there's going to be so much crazy things that this card brings to the table. I hope that you are ready for some insanity, actually. And then, of course, we got the Vanquish Soul Jian Long featured in Quarter Century, which means it's probably going to be an ultra rare. It definitely makes sense for this to be in an ultra slot to kind of, you know, fill out the rest of the slots to kind of keep the Manadium stuff in essentially the same rarity, which I'm honestly fine with him being an ultra. Card's pretty good. And Vanquish Soul Snow Devil also lining up here. Also another card with Devil on the name. And the biggest thing out of the reveals here was the Typhoon. You notice something, right? It does not have the legendary quarter century symbol on it. That's right. We have confirmation that Super Star Slayer Typhoon Sky Crisis is in fact an ultra rare. I got a clap for you, Konami. You saved this one. This is going to be one of the most sought after cards in the set. And, you know, it's probably going to be a very expensive ultra because everybody's going to need this. If you thought the Fenrir was absolutely crazy, I can only imagine the terrible things that's going to happen with this. And then we got another confirmation on SP Little Knight coming in at Quarter Century. We already knew this from the magazine, but once again, I'm pretty sure this is reinforcing the fact that if you're expecting SP Little Knight to not be, you know, some sort of crazy high peak rarity, well, it is kind of looking like that's going to be the case. Sky Crisis. I actually really like that name. We also got the picture of our Magician of Bonds and Unity for the second picture for what they're going to be using for this. I'm still not entirely crazy that they're redipping in and changing up your asset classes for this, but you know what? Konami wanted to do some crazy things for this. Okay. Remember, Age of Overlord, October 14th and 15th for your chance to pick up all of the little crazy stuff you're going to see. I'm very curious to know what Testina cards are supposed to do. They said at the end of the week we're supposed to get the openings, which hopefully we are back to Fridays, because this waiting till Monday stuff that we've had going on, nobody has genuinely been happy with that, all right? It's been such a terrible waste. You know, you're just kind of spinning the wheels and, you know, giving the stores a terrible opportunity to, you know, handle the product and figure out how they want to process things out here. But an interesting beginning. Sky Crisis going to be low. Well, it's ultra rare. I can only imagine Fenrir prices on that. And a lot of quarter centuries confirming ultra and or secret rare. Interesting. Can't wait for the Testina buyouts. Please leave a comment down below, tell me what you guys think, and I will see your beautiful faces back here later in the day, guys. Peace. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.